How's it going, everybody? I'm Andrew Crotty. This is our CY610, your first hack part 1, going on to the Theatrics level 1 box. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, we're going to make sure that we have our Theatrics and Linux machine downloaded and running. Host-only adapters for both Theatrics box and Linux will allow you to be able to get both into each. For Kali, you also want to have a NAT network for your adapter 2. That way you can run online to check any of the IP addresses to get into your test page. So here you go, just showing that both were able to get popped up and running. So let's go ahead and get started. So went ahead and ran an nmap 192.168.56.0324. This is going to be scanning for the ports that are open across the network that we're looking for on the Theatrics box. We were able to find one ending in 102, and the reason why we probably believe it to be the Theatrics box is just because a lot of the ports are open. So your SSH, HTTP, port 80, NAPIOS on SSN, HTTPS. Next scan we ran was a ping scan, just to kind of reassess and understand that we are confident in our assessment of probably that being the open port onto the Theatrics box. So starting that up, went ahead and ran it, once again seeing the same ports, all showing open, as well as giving us that MAC address through the Oracle VirtualBox. Next, I was able to pull up that test page, just showing that it does pull up. Obviously, if you're not administrator of the web page, it's just going to give you the document root. Also giving you some additional information if you were to right-click and view on that source page. Additional commands that we ran just to kind of run a few different more of the nmap runs were for finding the IP address at nmap-sv. Once again, targeting the 102 address. This gave you some of the version information on what was open and what version was currently running. OpenSSH 2.9, Apache HTTP 1.3, Samba workgroup. They have Apache 1.3, Unix, Red Hat Linux mod version 2.84, as well as the status on the RPC number 1024. So flaw hypothesis methodology, going over this as well. It's a system analysis penetration prediction technique where lists of hypothesized flaws in a software system are compiled through analysis of the specifications and documentations of a system. So for this one, we could say maybe possibly remote OS detected via the TCP/IP stacks, at least having one open TCP port, info obtained by latency, MAC address, and description linked to the Theatrics IP addresses as well. A few more runs that we did, nmap pnt4sva-s. This is a little bit more aggressive scan, detects any vulnerabilities which can be found on these ports. We were able to find a few different ones. And this is just showing that additional information from that scan. Then another protocol ping just to kind of change up and do some more of our nmap commands. Same thing, it's just going to show us our open ports, the status of that port, and then the service that is running. Went ahead and ran a trace route as well. Same thing, it's still going to give you the same information above. It can show you open port, status of that port, and then the service that it runs. These are some of the resources that I used just for that information. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you guys for our hack next week.